So in this exercise, write out the product rule of the function f of x, g of x, h of x, and group the first two terms together. So first, if we have a function, let's call it h, which is f of x multiplied by g of x multiplied by h of x. So let's group the first two together, those two. So the derivative using product rule, so h prime of x is the derivative of the first function, which is this, we will write it down, times h of x plus the first function as it is, which is f of x times g of x multiplied by the derivative of the second, which is h of x. Now we will do the derivative for the inner. So it's also we need to use a product rule. So it's f prime of x multiplied by g of x plus f of x multiplied by g prime of x. Now we can simplify it by expanding. So it is f prime of x g of x multiplied by h of x plus f of x multiplied by g prime of x multiplied by h of x plus f of x times g of x times, or we call it k, so h prime of x. So in other words, we have three functions. We are doing the product of the first function, keeping the second two alone. Then we do the product of the second function, we keep the first and the third as it is. And in the third step, we keep the first two and we do the derivative of the third. So here, the derivative of the product. So the derivative of the product of three function will be equal to three terms, like this is the first term plus the second term plus third term. Now describe the general product rule of n function, and what is the derivative of, we can, if we have, so we can say if we have n function multiplied together in order to evaluate their derivative, we find the derivative of each function once. How come? So for example, if we have f of 1 of x multiplied f of 2 of x multiplied f of 3 of x times f n of x, so we do the derivative of the first, f1 prime times f2 times f3 times f of n plus, we did the first derivative, so the first one we did its derivative. Now f1 is kept, we do the derivative times f2 derivative times f3, nothing done to it, times fn plus, then we keep the first and the second times, we do the derivative of the third times f, like that, times, all of them are multiplied. So times fn plus we keep going like that until we reach the last thing, f1 multiplied by f2 multiplied by f3 multiplied by the last term. We do the derivative of the last function. So every time we do a derivative for one function alone. Now, how many terms are there and how does it look like term? We said how it look like. So if we have if we have an function, we will get n terms added together.